Julie was having an affair with her boyfriend's boss in the office. Then her boyfriend knocked on the door and came in. Jake asked the boss if his wife was here. The boss gave him a quick answer, and Jake left. Before Jake could get away, Julie sat on the boss' lap again. Jake's reappearance made Julie scramble to hide again, but she didn't notice that she had left her hairpin on the table. Faced with Jake, who was about to discover Julie, the boss hurriedly stepped between them. Jake tries to show his speech to the boss, but the boss, who is in a hurry to steal food, doesn't want to listen to him. But on his way out, Jake finds his wife's hairpin on the table. Back home, Jake asks his wife where she went in the afternoon, but she says she was at home all afternoon, and even serves Jake a stale pasta. Looking at her husband, who had eaten the spoiled pasta, Julie questioned him angrily. Maybe it's just that the person who makes the first mistake tends to be more righteous. When they found out, Julie called Jake a coward for throwing the stale food on the floor. She even justified it by saying that she was just taking the afternoon off at her boss' place. The next day, the boss was giving a passionate speech about his project, and the investors were happy with his proposal. But all of this was Jake's work, and the boss didn't even mention him, but only said he'd give him a $500 raise. In the face of the shameless boss, Jake finally said what was in his heart when the investor asked about the key points of the project. The boss' answer was simply terrible, while Jake's answer was well organized. Yet the investor said he was smart. But there's a difference between a formulator and an executor, and the boss was a predator. He was ambitious and Jake was destined to be only a good deputy. Jake looks at the ring in his hand in contemplation, but his coworker walks by with a lunch in hand. When he asked Jake how his project was going, Jake's response was just cool. Jake then took out the spoiled food. Determined, Jake hands over his resignation to his boss. Looking at the young man in front of him with his ambition and teething teeth, they didn't need a coward, but a warrior with ambition. In the blink of an eye, Jake was sitting in that office all dressed up. And Julie came to the office like last time, and all Jake had to say to her was it was over and a divorce report in the face of their own results. Please fight boldly and confidently to fight. Do not let their sweat to achieve others.